Millbrook, Ohio, population 4,200, the kind of town where the movie theater on Main Street has been showing the same four screen since 1987, and everybody grandparents had their first date there. The Regal Vista closed in 2019, boarded up, marquee letter missing and spelling out. But cost of all titles. Which is why in October of last year, when 17-year-old Cassie Miller and her three friends decided to break in for a dare, nobody thought twice about it. It was Emma's idea. It all is always Emma's idea. My cousin sat there still apparent in the projection booth. She said, flashlight under her chin, like a kid at a sleepover, an unreleased movie. Never showed anywhere. The distributor pulled it after opening night, one showing then gone. They laughed it off. Taylor didn't. Taylor had heard the story too. The one about the projectionist, Walter Hicks, who vanished the same night that print was pushed to screen. Nobody, no note, just an empty booth and a reel still warm in the machine. Cassie didn't believe in ghost stories, she believed in getting into Ohio State, and video evidence for her film class was worth more to her than fear. So they went in through the fire exit around back, rusted hinges screaming into dark. Up the back stair into the booth, and there is always a single reel sitting on the platter like it had been waiting. No label, just a strip of masking tape with one word handwritten faded. Taylor wanted to leave the right there. Emma laughed at him. Cassie was already threading the film. The old projector dawned to life like it had not forgotten now. They sat in the front row of the empty theater, four flashlight beams pointed at the ceiling, waiting. The screen flickered black and white, grainy like something shot decades before its time. It was a footage of theater. This theater empty just like now, except in the photo the seats were now. Except in the footage the seats were not empty. Emma stopped laugh. The film showed the exact seat they were sitting in. Row F, seat 4 through 7 from a row angle, like it was filmed from the stage looking out. Then one by one the seat in the footage began to fill. Figure sitting perfectly still facing forward. Cassie counted four of them in row F seat 4 through 7. She turned to look at her friend. They were not looking at a screen anymore. They were looking at her. Her words the police report never explained because nobody ever found it to explain. The Hicks didn't vanish that night in 1987. He was still in the booth when they finally searched the building. 11 months later, after neighbor complained about a smell that never made sense because the booth had been checked a dozen times before. He was not decomposed that the part body put in the paper. He looked, he had been sitting there a week, not 11 months. And the wheel was still running, had been running the entire time. They said, though projector bulb don't last 11 months and nobody could explain the either. They never found what he had been screening. The wheel that ran that night was gone. No label, no record had got distributed. As if the movie had been made and never wanted to be found again until October of last year when it was on the platter rating. And the Millbrook police report that night is 3 pages long. Public record if you want to look it up. If they say the fire department found the theater's fire exit forced open, it say 3 sets of fresh footprint in the dust of the lobby leading in. It's only 3. Emma's parents identify her body 2 days later, found sitting upright in row F. Seat 5, hand folded in her lap, eyes open, facing the blank screen. No mark on her heart, just dropped the corner said, like she'd fallen asleep and never wanted to wake up. Jake and Taylor were never found. Cassie was found outside 3 blocks away, wandering, unable to say how she got there. She doesn't remember the both, doesn't remember the real, doesn't remember the friends. Some days, though, she used to be one who knew the best. She remembered the one thing and she only say it once if you ask her at all. There were 4 sheep fill on the screen. I counted them myself, but there are only 3 of us who made it out that door. So, who was sitting in the 4th seat with me when I woke up alone? And final, the regal Vista is still standing on Main Street in Millbrook. Ohio still boarded up, but locals say if you drive past late enough on the right October night, you can see a flicker of light behind the market just for a second. Like something in the boot just started running again. If this one got under your skin, hit subscribe because next week we are going back inside.